Hello there. Welcome to my craft room. It's a hot mess express. I'm Misty. Welcome to a weigh-in and update video. If you can't tell, I've caught a cold. And hopefully I can make it through this video without hacking up a lung. I almost feel like I'm getting bronchitis. I haven't had bronchitis in several years. So yeah, but my ear is full, my head is full, my chest hurts, so we're gonna go with it though. So before we get started, I just want to touch on my kind of breakdown video from last week that I filmed after therapy. I filmed that video with, and if you listen to me in the video, I really just needed someone to talk to. And I didn't want to bother Rob at work with such a heavy topic. We did talk about it when we got home. I know some people were asking if I talk about this stuff with Rob. I have to talk about this stuff with Rob because the one thing that I've told my therapist from day one is I cannot let this affect my marriage. I mean, it already does. I can't do as much as I could in the past, but I'm trying my hardest to keep us going and keep us together. And I only posted it because I asked Wes from High Falutin Low Carb, we're pretty good friends, I would say, and he watched it and he thought it would be okay to post, just because you guys have been so supportive and you've been on this journey with me. So one thing, actually a couple things, sorry guys, I'm really out of breath because I'm having a hard, I may need to do my nebulizer, I don't know. One thing that, there's actually a couple of things that were kind of a repeated theme in some comments that I got. Number one is so many of you were like, you're not alone. And I never on the planet thought, I mean, I've never, ever thought that I was the only person going through something. We all go through tragedies. You know, there's such a high number, a percentage of people who deal with either childhood abuse or abuse when they're adults. So it's never been about me feeling like I was alone in what's happening to me. Because I'm not. I mean, people get cancer every day. People get, you know, illnesses way worse than mine. Like I said, I thought I had ALS, which is a fatal disease. So, you know, when I was going through all that, my prayer to God was that, and that's another thing, people think I don't pray to God. Just because I don't share my religious journey with you guys doesn't mean that I'm not religious. That's a big assumption for you guys to make. Anyway, you know, when I was praying and going through all that, I just said, you know, I will take whatever you give me, and as long as it's something that I can take a pill for the rest of my life. Because I knew it was something. I knew it wasn't something that was going to go away. But, you know, it was like, if I have to have something, please let it be something that I can just take a pill for. And I got exactly what I asked for. So, and the same thing with Rob. I mean, I always wanted a guy that was taller than me, had brown hair, a little gray around the temples, silver rimmed glasses, and blue eyes. And Rob is the manifestation of that desire. So, yeah, you know, I am religious and I do pray and all those things. But I also am not egotistical enough to think that I'm the only person that goes through things. You know, those, and I know that I'm not the only one. So, you guys, I don't want you guys to think that I'm, like I said, egotistical or so arrogant enough to think that I'm just the only person going through it. The only reason why I talk just about me is because this is my channel and I'm sharing my very, very personal journey. And I've never been more vulnerable on video than I was on that one. And Rob's like, do you need to take it down? Because I got some of the most stupid fucking comments on that video that I've just been deleting and blocking. And then another comment that I got, let me pull this up on Facebook so I can read it verbatim, because I was just like, what? Because several people left a very similar comment and I'm like, what? No, I just addressed that. Never mind. It was about, so I haven't addressed it yet. So the other thing I got a lot of was you guys sharing your own stories of abuse, your own stories of tragedy, those kinds of things. And I made a little video that I put up on Instagram that was just like, hey, I love you guys, but you know, I just don't think that I can't deal with yours and mine. So yeah, that's exactly what I said. So someone said, I have to honestly, this is Dawn, said, I have to honestly say, I'm worried about you. This is a dark place you're staying in, and not willing to hear other stories has me worried that you'll only spiral even further. And that's honestly, if I listened and read other people's stories, I would spiral further. I'm an empath. I have a really hard time sometimes separating my own problems from somebody else's problems. I'm prone to take on other people's problems. You know, if somebody, and I'm a fixer by nature, so if someone's having issues, I want to be the one that helps fix it. And that's why I don't watch TV. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you watch TV? It's because, like, let's take Grey's Anatomy. I get so wrapped up in these fictional characters that sometimes I have a hard time separating the fictionalized drama from real drama, and it just, like, it causes me anxiety, and I can't handle going to the next episode to see how things are resolved. So it's not that I don't love you, it's not that I don't appreciate you, and it's not that I don't want you guys to share your story. I'm just not mentally in a place where I can take that on with what I'm going through too. And I haven't deleted any comments that have left their story, because I want your stories to be heard. And if they're not heard, heard by me, I want somebody else to hear them and offer you support, because I just can't. And if that makes you angry, and if you think I'm burying my head in the sand like an ostrich and I should be reading your stories, then you really, 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 really need to take in consideration that I know what's best for my mental health. I know what's best for my mental health. And I know that I cannot read your tragedies, because I already know, but reading the stuff that other people have gone through, it's just heartbreaking. And I seriously, I just mentally cannot handle it. And again, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your story. It has everything to do with me. I just can't. Until I can get to a point where I've dealt with this and I feel like I'm in a much better place mentally, like mental health wise, then maybe I will go back and read them. But for right now, I'm just letting them be. So if you don't, I don't know that I may have commented to 1 or 2 people in that video. It's one of those things where I've just posted it and I've just let it go and I've just let it be. So as far as what's been going on, if you guys missed it, excuse me, I had Rob take off last Thursday and Friday so we could do our big shopping trip. It was a huge shopping trip. We bought 200 pounds of meat, spent $925. It works out to about $77 a month. Someone else was like, it works out. And I'm doing the math of what we spent, because we may or may not eat that much in a month. So anyway, it's not important. So we did that, and I was going to put all the meat away on Friday, but we decided to go ahead and do it on Thursday because our trash is taken out on Friday. So it's like, okay, let's just get all this shit in the trash. So I had a really rough day on Thursday, and we were going to go to At Home on Friday because we were looking for something to go above the fireplace, and we spent 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours at Home, and then we went to Sawgrass, and then what did we do Saturday? Saturday, I worked all day in my office. I bought some little things to go in the desk so I can add some vertical storage. I'm not raising the roof, I mean just vertical storage. And then yesterday, I cooked 20 pounds of chicken, 20 pounds of pork chop. I made 2 pot roasts with potatoes. I made soup. I did a shit ton of meal prep yesterday, and I still have more to do today. And I'm just tired. My body's just like, what the hell are you doing to me? Called out of therapy today. Hopefully I can get in to see him later this week. I go see my regular doctor on Friday. I see my hand surgeon on Thursday, which is good because I'm still having some pain in my incision area. So yeah, it's just gonna be a busy week. So I weighed in this morning. The last time you guys saw me and I weighed in, I was 369, and I weighed in this morning at 375. And I mentioned this in that video that I basically had a mental breakdown because of the weight, but I am 100% certain, and I can say this with 100% certainty, that it's not anything I'm eating. I'm dealing with edema. And the way I know, number one, if you just saw that picture of the scale, my feet are so fucking swollen. And then my ring, I don't know if you guys can see that indentation. This ring is normally like, I can just go woo, and it'll fall off. I have to, watch out for it. And this is a $3 ring that I got on eBay because my wedding rings no longer fit, and we're talking about me getting a new set. Anyway, so I'm just dealing with so much swelling and so much inflammation. And I'm pretty sure the inflammation is just because I've done so much over the last couple of weeks, more than I've done in the past. So I'm pissed off about it. I just feel like I'm back. It's like, you know, not the Twilight Zone, Groundhog Day, where it's like back in October, I was taking my Farxiga, I was eating like I should be, I was doing everything right, and I ended up in the hospital almost dying. So hopefully that's not where this is going. Hopefully I can go to my doctor on Friday and be like, hey, can I get, you know, LASIK for a month or whatever, and see if I can get some of the water weight off. For those of you who aren't familiar, I think it's LASIK, not the eye surgery. It's a pill that is it basically rids your body of the water, excess water that you have. Excuse me, I've taken it one other time. I was on I think it was Actos. When I was on Actos, that caused me to swell like a motherfucker. And so I started it the day of a conference, which was dumb because I was literally peeing every 15 minutes. And it wasn't just like, oh, I just need to pee a little bit. No, it was like gushing water out of my body because of this water pill. So the good thing is I live at home. So, you know, I'm at home every day. So if I do get a water pill, you know, I can take it and hopefully be fine. Like I said, I took off from therapy today. I just don't feel well. And plus I just woke up like at 10:45. That's another thing. I haven't been sleeping. So last night I took a sleeping pill at 8. I was asleep by 10. Can you guys hear that? It's Roxy snoring. I'll just see if I can get it when we edit it back. So yeah, so I mean, I can be mad and pissed all I want to, but at the same time, I can only do what's right and what I need to do. And, you know, my body's gonna work through that however it needs to. Excuse me. So one thing, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do but to just keep going forward. So yeah, yeah, I think that's everything I need to tell you. I forgot to measure at the beginning of January, so I'm gonna measure this next weekend. I cannot believe that next weekend is February, the 1st of February. It's so crazy for me. I'm gonna measure then. I am selling stickers again if you guys are interested. I haven't listed any of my keto ones, but I'm selling them in my Playing with Y'all Facebook group just because Etsy fees are just way too expensive. I just can't afford it. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave those links down below. I am selling cards. I do have some Valentine's Day kind of specific ones that are linked over on Facebook, Instagram, and I'll leave a link for those down below. Other than that, I'm just going to keep trucking. I am going to make that tarragon cream sauce that I showed on Instagram before. Would you guys want to see a video of it here on YouTube, like a little bit better version here on YouTube? I thought about doing that. I need to get back into cooking and things, so I don't know. I feel like I want to nest. We went to At Home and we spent about $130, and I changed out some things, and so I took pictures, and I'm going to show you, do like a little video. Everybody's been asking for a house tour. I promise you will get a house tour at some point. I'm just not ready yet. Like, I want to finish my craft room. I need to finish, Rob just basically put some pictures on our entertainment center, and I want to actually style it, and that's kind of what we got at Home on Friday. At Home used to be Garden Ridge. Sorry, I almost called it Garbage Ridge because that's what we used to call it. So it's really nice. If you've never been, we found some ceramic pots that we went. That's the whole reason why we went there, was ceramic pots, and to see if I could find something to go above the fireplace. And I ended up ordering a canvas to go above the fireplace. And if I can remember, I'll try to insert that picture here. Yeah. Ceramic pots for my herb garden. Because we had them, but they were plastic. And one of them got destroyed by the tornado a few years ago that we had the day after Christmas. And we just had to replace them. And I found the ones I love at a local nursery, but they're like $100 a pot. And I'm like, I'm not paying $500 for pots for my herb garden. So the ones we found at Garden Ridge or At Home are $50 a piece. So I'll just put some money aside and we can go get them. So yeah, anyway, it's enough rambling for today. Again, thank you guys so much for all your support, all your supportive comments. If you're new, hello. I did get a comment about me whining so much about being sick and stuff, and it's like, don't watch if you don't want to listen, because this is my life. I share my life, and unfortunately this is my life. You know, I try not to be such a depressed and down person, but until I can work through all the shit I'm going through, that may just be what it is. And you know, all you can do is just unsubscribe and not follow. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you, but yeah, that's it. So hopefully when I see you guys next week, I'll have a better understanding of what I can do. Like if I'm on LASIK, I'll let you guys know how it goes at the doctor, both doctors, I guess, and see if we can do something about getting the spotter weight off. So yeah, anyway, have a fantastic week, guys. I hope you're feeling better than I am, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.